Okay, Walter, let's see who's gonna win. Who can pick up the most candy canes? Okay, go. I think I'm gonna pick up the most. Oh, yes, I got more. Come on, come on. Oh, it's not getting it. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh, nearly there. Oh. Okay, maybe let's try this again. Oh, hi everyone. I was just playing this candy cane game. Can I teach you how to play? Okay, all you need to do is get 2 candy canes and tape them together like this. Then you grab the candy cane and then you need to try pick them up with this side like this. And then you need to keep hooking it on with the end. And then you need to try make a long line of all the candy canes. It's really fun, but it's also really tricky. If you're here, that means it's time to start the show. Let's go. I'm so excited to eat this. Oh, hi everyone, and welcome back to the Link Show. I'm so excited to learn more about God together today. Do you know what Christmas is all about? It's not just about presents and eating food. It's about Jesus, because he was born. And that's the best gift ever. Walter, where are you? I can hear him. Walter, you're back. And he brought the mail. I'm gonna get it so we can see what Buckle sent us. Okay, I've got the mail, so now let's see the craft. Whoa, it looks like a Christmas ornament. And there's Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. And a little star. Whoa, I'm so excited to color this in. Okay, let's take out today's mystery item. I might need to stand up to get it. Is this a stack of hay? What's that, Walter? Oh, well, it has to be something to do with a Christmas story. But which one? Maybe we'll watch the animated Bible story and find out later. But right now, let's go watch today's Preach Part 1 and keep those listening ears on.
Okay, have you ever tried to play a video game that you've seen other people play, but you were just not as good as your friend, and maybe it made you a little bit frustrated? I know for me, when I was younger, there was a video game that was coming out. It was all over the news, it was all over YouTube, everyone was super excited about this brand new video game, and I was the most excited about it. I even pre-ordered the game. In other words, I'd already bought the game even though the game wasn't out yet. And so in the build-up, I'm watching other people play it in the testing phases, and I'm watching all of the news articles about people saying how amazing this game is. I'm watching other people crush the game, doing really, really well. And finally, I download the game, I load it up, and instantly I fail. And then I try again, and I fail. And I try again, and I get a little bit further, and I failed. The game was super hard. And even though I had been so excited in the build up to this game, reading all the instructions and watching other people play the game and getting super excited, I was not enjoying the game. It wasn't turning out the way I thought that it would turn out. And I remember one night I'd been playing all day, and it was about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I'm sitting there with my mouse and keyboard at the desk and my arms are crossed and I'm just head back. And I'm thinking, is it worth it anymore? Should I even bother trying? But I made a decision. I'm not going to give up. I was really excited about this game. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to have a sleep. I'm going to ask for some help, and I'm going to come back and try again. And so the next morning I got up, I called a friend and I asked for some advice, and it turns out there's a few little tricks I didn't know about, and so I jumped back into the game, and it was still difficult, but eventually I got past the first level. That's how hard the game was. And then I crushed the first level. Yes, I made it. So then I went to the second level, and it was still really hard, but I didn't give up and I kept going, and I crushed the second level. And after an entire day of playing again, I finally finished the game. You see, sometimes in our lives, we can have things that we're looking forward to, or things that we're excited about. Maybe someone's told us some exciting news, or maybe you're going on a trip or a holiday and you're super excited about what it's going to be. But then when you finally get there, it doesn't turn out the way you thought it would turn out. Maybe it's more difficult than you thought. Maybe it's harder than you thought. Maybe it's not as fun or as exciting as you thought. And so sometimes we can get a little bit disheartened, which just means we can feel sad about the thing that we were originally happy about. And just like with that video game from earlier, we make a choice. Are we going to keep trying, or are we going to give up? You see, this week while we're continuing the Christmas story, we're actually looking at the moment that Jesus was born and that it was meant to just be a big, happy, easy moment in Mary and Joseph's mind. I am sure that they were excited about being the parents of Jesus and that it was all going to be smooth. But instead, things went wrong and it was difficult and it was challenging and it was hard and they could have given up. They could have given up on the excitement that was to come. And so a little later on, we're going to take a look at the story of the birth of Jesus. We're going to see what challenges that Mary and Joseph faced and what they did. And we're also going to learn what we can do when things don't go the way we thought they would. But we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Thanks, Buckle. That was a great preach by one. But look at today's craft. I think I did pretty good. I'm going to tell you what I used. First, I used brown for the stable, and then I did yellow for the star, and then I did different colors for both. I did blue for the outside and purple for the other one. After I color it in, you got to stick them back to back. So let me quickly do that. There we go. I've glued them back to back, and it looks really cool. Then you put string through the hole and then you can hang them up like here or on your Christmas tree at home. Walter, what do you think? They look amazing. Do you know what else is amazing? Your arts and crafts. So get a parent, teacher or an adult to take a photo of your work and send it in to us because all of you are so talented. How about we go have a look at some right now? Let's go. Whoa, those are some amazing crafts. Walter said that we need to make sure we keep our listening ears on so we can find out what the mystery item's for. Well, let's go watch today's animated Bible story.
This is Mary, the same Mary that would go on to become the mother of Jesus. An angel appeared to Mary and told her that she would give birth to a son and that she should name him Jesus because he would be the Son of God and would save his people from their sins. Now, during this time, a man named Caesar Augustus was the leader of the Roman Empire, and he made a decision that they wanted to count how many people there were. And so everybody had to travel back to their hometown to be counted. This included Mary and her husband, Joseph. But when this happened, Mary was close to giving birth to Jesus. So Joseph took Mary and they traveled back from Galilee to their hometown of Bethlehem. But when they got there were so many people in Bethlehem that there was nowhere left to stay. Everywhere was full. And so they stayed in a barn. And that is where Mary gave birth to Jesus. She wrapped him in some cloth and laid him down in a manger. Jesus, the Son of God, the Savior of the world, was not born in a big castle with trumpets, but was born in a small barn and laid in a manger. I love that in the Bible, the story of Jesus is one of the coolest, most amazing, exciting stories, but things still went wrong. Just like in our lives, things can sometimes go wrong. And so Mary and Joseph are getting ready to have baby Jesus born, and then all of a sudden they've got to travel back to Bethlehem because they're counting all the people. And then they get there and there's nowhere for them to stay. All of the houses are full. Things are going wrong. Can you imagine how tired and how sad Mary and Joseph must have felt, being like, we just want somewhere to sit down. And then eventually the only place they can find, it's not in a fancy hotel and it's not in a nice big house with fancy beds and sheets. It's in a barn with animals. And out of all of the places that Jesus could have been born, he was born in a barn surrounded by smelly animals. And yet it's still one of the most amazing moments in the Bible. You see, Mary and Joseph didn't give up. They knew that although things were hard and although things were going wrong, they knew that the birth of Jesus was going to be amazing. And so they persevered, they pushed through, they didn't give up. You see, the Bible says the exact same thing for you and me. It says, don't give up when you're doing good. Don't let yourself get tired when you're doing the right thing, because when the time comes, that's when we see the good thing happen. Don't give up. And so I know for me in my life, there's been so many times when things have been challenging or difficult, but I've made that choice. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pressing ahead, because I know on the other side of that challenge, that's where there's something good waiting for me that God has already planned. And so that's our challenge for you and me. When things are going wrong, when they're not going your way, don't give up, because on the other side of the challenge, God has something good waiting for us.
That was a great preach from Buckle. Imagine sleeping with animals. It would be so cold out there. What's that, Walter? Oh, that's true. So Mary and Joseph had to sleep in this stable that was filled with hay. Wait, that was a mystery item that Buckle sent us. Oh, I get it. Wait, do you all know what time it is? It's time for today's Bible quiz. Okay, this is how it works. I'm going to ask you a question. And if you think the first answer is correct, hands on your head. And if you think the second answer is correct, hands on your shoulders. All right, time for question number 1. What town did Mary and Joseph travel to? Was it the Gold Coast, or did they travel to Bethlehem? You've got 5 seconds. That one was Bethlehem. That one was heads on shoulders. Alright, time for question number 2. Where did baby Jesus sleep? In a cot or a manger? You've got 5 seconds. If your hands were on your shoulders, then that means you're correct. He slept in a manger. Time for question number 3. Who was in charge of the Roman Empire? Was it Caesar Augustus, or was it a Caesar salad? You've got 5 seconds. It was Caesar Augustus. Caesar salad is food, not that one. It was hands on heads. Well, how did you go today? I had so much fun today. This Christmas series has been amazing, and it's not over yet because there'll be more next week. I can't wait to see you then. Well, I'm Isla, and I'll see you next time on The Link Show. Bye.